All right, this should be fun. This is a study on God's location, appearances, and last known sightings. I had a great time making it, so I hope you enjoy it. Habakkuk 3:3. God came from Teman, Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Selah. Now the footnotes in the Bible say that Teman is a region in Edom, and Mount Paran is in the territory of Edom on the northern part of the Sinai Peninsula. Here's some other appearances. Genesis 18:1, the Lord appeared to him in the plains of Mamre as he was sitting in the tent door in the heat of the day. Matthew 26:63-65, Jesus kept silent, and the high priest said to him, I adjure you by the living God that you tell us whether you are the Christ, the Son of God. And Jesus said to him, you've said it yourself. Nevertheless, I tell you, hereafter you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the power and coming on the clouds. Genesis 11:5, the Lord came down to see the city and the tower the children were building. Mark 1:45, he went out and began to publish it and to blaze abroad the matter, insomuch that Jesus could no more openly enter the city, but he was found without in the desert places. 1 Samuel 3:21, the Lord appeared again in Shiloh. The Lord revealed himself to Samuel in Shiloh. Exodus 34:5, the Lord descended in a cloud and stood there. Psalms 99:1, the Lord reigneth, let the people tremble. He sitteth between the cherubims. Mark 1:24, let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Jesus of Nazareth? The word holy habitation is in there. Psalm 68:5, a father of the fatherless and a judge of the widows is God in his holy habitation. Deuteronomy 26:15, look down from thy holy habitation from heaven and bless the people, Israel, and the land which thou hast given us. Exodus 15:13, thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in strength unto thy holy habitation. Jeremiah 25:30, therefore prophesiest thou against them all these words, and say to them, the Lord shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout, as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. Zechariah 2:13, be silent, O flesh, before the Lord. He is raised up out of his holy habitation. Ezekiel 10:18, the glory of the Lord departed from off the threshold of the house and stood over the cherubims. 2 Samuel 22:12, he made darkness pavilions around about him, dark waters and thick clouds. Ezekiel 35:10, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Ezra 7:15, they carried silver and gold, and the king and his counselor have freely offered unto the God of Israel, whose habitation is in Jerusalem. Psalm 76:2, in Salem also is his tabernacle, his dwelling place in Zion. Psalms 103:19, the Lord has prepared his throne in the heavens. Genesis 9:27, God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. Deuteronomy 9:3. Understand therefore this day that the Lord thy God is he, which goeth over before thee as a consuming fire. He shall destroy them and bring them down before thy face. So shall thou drive them out and destroy them quickly. John 6:25, they found Jesus on the other side of the sea, and they said to him, Rabbi, where you come from? Zechariah 2:11, nations shall be joined to the Lord that day, and shall be my people, and I will dwell in the midst of thee. 2 Chronicles 15:2, he went out and met Asa and said to him, Hear ye me, Asa, and Judah, and Benjamin. The Lord is with you, while ye be with him. And if you seek him, he will be found of you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you. Deuteronomy 26:15, look down from thy holy habitation from heaven, bless the people Israel, and the land which thou hast given us, and thou swearest unto our fathers, a land that floweth with milk and honey. Psalms 80:1, give ear, O shepherd of Israel, thou that leadest Joseph like a flock, thou that dwellest between the cherubims, shine forth. He walks on the winds, Psalms 18:10. He sat against a treasury, Mark 12:41. The Lord is around his people, Psalms 125:2. Jerusalem shall be called the throne of the Lord, that's Jeremiah 3:17. Acts 7:55, he was being full with the Holy Ghost, looked up steadfastly into heaven and saw the glory of God, and Jesus sitting and standing on the right hand of God. John 12:14, when Jesus, he was found sitting on an ass, a young ass. That was John 12:14. Isaiah 44, thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, and Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first, I am the last, and beside me there is no God. Deuteronomy 4:39, know this day and consider in thy heart that the Lord, he is God in heaven above, and upon the earth beneath there is no one else. Matthew 27:11, Jesus stood before the governor. Joshua 22:19, notwithstanding, if the land of your possession be unclean, then pass ye over unto the land of the possession of the Lord, wherein the Lord's tabernacle dwelleth, and take possession among us. But rebel not against the Lord, nor rebel against us, in building you an altar beside the altar of the Lord our God. Ezekiel 43. So the Spirit took me up and brought me into the inner court, and behold, the glory of the Lord filled the house, and I heard him speaking unto me out of the house. And the man stood by me, and he said to me, Son of man, the place of my throne and the place of the soles of my feet, where I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel forever. And my holy name shall the house of Israel no more defile, neither they, nor their kings, nor their whoredoms, nor their carcasses of their kings in their high places, in their setting of their threshold by my threshold, and their posts by my posts, and the wall between me and them. They have even defiled my holy name by their abomination that they have committed. Wherefore I have consumed them in my anger. Now let them put away their whoredoms and the carcasses of their kings far from me, and then I will dwell in the midst of them forever. Matthew 21:5, tell ye the daughter of Zion, behold, your king cometh unto thee, he's meek and sitting upon an ass, and a colt, the foal of an ass, F-O-A-L. Ezekiel 10, the glory of the Lord went up from the cherub and stood over the threshold of the house, and the house was filled with a cloud, and the court was full of the brightness of the Lord's glory.